For this project, we're going to use some of my new released watercolor paintings printables. We are using the 4-inch round disc that I buy on Amazon and the DIY White Swan. We're going to paint all of the disc in the White Swan, and this will make the rice paper pop just a little bit more. And when you buy the printables, you can even print them on regular paper. You do not have to print them on rice paper. You can print on regular paper and you will have the same results. For these new watercolor printables that are available on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com, you can download them and change them into the size that you need. You do not have to print them on rice paper. You can print them on regular paper and they will work the same. And this one right here, he was a little bit taller. I think you could cut him out and place him onto an ornament or use him on a gift tag. I also had some print that I bought off of Etsy, some campfire marshmallow tin prints, and I downloaded those after I purchased and made them into sizes that would fit the ornaments as well. I do not have to use the entire label. I can just use pieces of it, and I'm going to cut the pieces down so there's not quite so much excess paper around the edge of the ornament, causing that paper to shrink and pull. And so the less paper that you have around your ornament, the better. So we're going to do the same thing with this printable rice paper. Again, if you're just using regular paper, you can just put it onto regular paper and it's going to decoupage on the same way. For this one, I did fussy cut around the entire snowman, which is also another option that you have when you can print your own paper, is to cut around the subject and then decoupage it onto the ornament with no background whatsoever. Here are some of the different varieties of paper, and I placed them with the ornaments that they were going to go onto. They're all white ornaments, so it really does not matter. This just makes me a little bit more organized and knowing that I have enough papers for as many ornaments as I have. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to mist my paper, and you're going to use a laser jet printer. If you use an inkjet printer, your ink will smear, so you'd have to seal your ink in first. But these are from a laser jet printer, so the ink will not smear. And I mist the papers, and what that does is it opens up the fibers so that when you decoupage, they're going to not wrinkle as much. I make sure the holes to the ornaments are at the top. I'm using DIY's clear liquid patina. That is a decoupage medium. And I like to go ahead and use some heavy gel matte medium, which really ensures that my rice paper sticks to my project even more. So this heavy gel medium, it's too thick to use by itself. So it pairs very, very well with the DIY's liquid patina. Now I'm going to take my moist rice paper and place it onto the ornaments. and making sure that they're completely adhered down. The hole is to the top, so you make sure you don't have a crooked ornament. And that one was a little bit offset, so I peeled it back up, added some more liquid patina to ensure a good seal to the wood blank, and then I sealed it back down. Now I'm going to take the DIY's liquid patina and place it over the top, making sure that that paper is saturated with that decoupage medium and really sticks well to the wood ornament.
When all the family members gather, you can hear the caroling song with all Santa's little helpers. Can't wait for him to be along.
After everything has thoroughly dried, you're going to make sure that it's totally dry or you will have a mess. So when it's dry, I take my finger sander. I will place a link in the description below. This finger sander has saved me so much time. I don't know why I held off for so long and didn't get one of these, but it really is my go-to tool when I'm needing to do any sanding. So I sand all the edges, which gives me a nice clean finish around all the sides, and you now have this really cute watercolor snowman on an ornament. He is adorable. So after they were all sealed and sandpapered off, I went in on the back side. This is DIY's golden ticket. And this is available in the holiday release of the kit that Debbie put out. There are 7 colors plus golden ticket. That really is a steal. If you've been wanting to try golden ticket but don't want the price of the bottle of it, you can grab one of these holiday kits and I will link it below. And you can find it at thepaintedphotographer.com. The gold really gives the back a nice shimmer. So then I go back in and I make sure I seal all of my ornaments in with a big top. I like the finish of the big top versus the liquid patina, and it also makes sure that it has a nice good sealer on the top. After that sealer has dried, I put all of the ornaments into a stack. It does not matter which way they're facing, they just all go into a stack. And then I pinch them as tight as I can, and I take that golden ticket on a brush and I make sure that they're all even, and I brush those edges with golden ticket. This is a way to make your edges all uniform and pretty and in a very, very simple step. So just stack them, pinch, and keep going around the ornaments in making sure that wherever you're painting, you're pinching so that you don't have excess overflow on the front of the ornament. I do have some of that golden ticket come through on the front. I like that look of just a little bit of shimmer on the top and that irregular look. So I unstack them to dry and then we're going to add tags and these ornaments are going to be complete.
Taking out the leaves on the crooked Christmas trees. That's Christmas to me. That's Christmas to me.
Adding the ribbon is the hardest part. So I have this gold ribbon I found at a thrift store for very inexpensive. I have some painter's tape that I put on the end to make a tip, and then I thread all of the ornaments onto the ribbon at one time instead of cutting it and having to put more tape on and cutting and having to put more tape on. I just put them all onto the ribbon at the same time. Sometimes it's hard to get that ribbon to come through that hole, so I use a needle nose pliers and pull it through. Sometimes they're harder than others, but you'll get it and just pull that ribbon through until you have all of your ornaments threaded onto that ribbon. Once they are all on there in a string, then you come back to the first ornament, pulling it up the string, giving you about as much as you're going to need to tie that hanger and cut it off. And then tie that top, and you will have their ribbon attached to your ornaments. And all of your ornaments are already strung, and you just have to continue to um, pull off as much as you need until you get to the very last ornament. These are the sweetest ornaments that you will ever see. And if you would like to purchase this paper off of Etsy, I will put the link below. And also, my printables are available at thepaintedphotographer.com. I'll also put that link below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this project, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from each and every one of you. If you're enjoying these videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the 12 days of Thrifted Christmas. If you need any of the products I used here today, you can find them at thepaintedphotographer.com, and I'll ship them right to your front door. And until next time, happy painting.